You written class dot for name. How many of you are using class dot for name? Raise your hands. Anybody used the class dot for name? Right. I am using today class dot for name, Oracle dot. I'll explain this. Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. Sir, what is the meaning of this means? Using that for name method, I am loading the driver manually. It is not automatically, manually. So Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. We are loading that Oracle driver manually by using that method. Sir, why you written that? Why you not written in above programs? Almost 16 programs I not written. Why means auto loading of driver is available. So in the latest versions of your JDBC, auto loading of driver is available. No need to load manual. Then why you are introducing today? I am using RowSet. So in the RowSet, that automatically will come or not, we are going to check it. First we run with the class dot for name. After that we remove it and run it. Okay, right. So I am loading the driver manually. This is loading driver manually. After that, so system dot out dot print ln. So I am showing the choice to you. Choice. So system dot out dot print ln. From the row set, we had two options. I am showing the two options. One, JDBC row set. Two, catched row set. JDBC row set and catched row set. I am asking the choice which one you want, JDBC or catched. So by seeing that, enter your choice to me, which one you want. So enter the choice. Enter the choice. Now, int choice is equal to s dot next int. Switch off choice. We had two cases here. End of switch. We had case one, some break. Case two, we had break. So default. So invalid choice. So system dot out dot print ln invalid choice. Invalid choice. Oracle dot JDBC dot and so on. Right. If it is case one, I have to create object for JDBC row set. Okay, right. Clear this point, right? See there. Now I'll go for the notes yesterday what I given to you. So in this notes, what is provided to you? Whenever I want to create object for JDBC row set, I must take the support of create JDBC row set. If I want to create object for catched row set, I must take the support of create catched row set. This create JDBC row set, create catched row set, the two methods are available in RowSet factory. But you have to create object for RowSet factory. Whenever you want to create object for RowSet factory, we have to take the support of these methods, new factory or new factory. Any one method you have to take it. So always we take the support of this method. Now this new factory method is from RowSet provider. RowSet provider. This new factory method is static method or non-static method? Static method. So static method you have to access with what now? Class name. So RowSet provider dot new factory. See there. So here I am taking RowSet, 2 minutes you don't write. RowSet provider dot new factory. This is new factory. Return type of this method is nothing but return type of this method is RowSet factory. Return type of this method is RowSet factory. RowSet factory RSF, roughly average. So this is implemented object of RowSet factory. Implemented object of RowSet factory. So here also same theory, Andy. That new factory method is holding one inner class. That new factory method is holding one inner class. That inner class is the implementation class of RowSet factory. So when your core Java trainer is teaching inner classes, you have to bit concentratively, you must listen it. That will help you when you join product based companies, it will help you. So when you go for product based companies, you must write. Service based, no problem. So one component we reuse and come. Product based company means some level, high level coding will be there. So there we must know inner class. Here also new factory. New factory is a static method of RowSet provider. In that new factory inside one inner class is there. That is local inner class. The inner class is the implementation of RowSet factory because object is coming. Now once object came out, now you can create object for JDBC RowSet. JRS is equal to RSF dot create JDBC RowSet. That's a link. Here also same again. Create JDBC RowSet is holding one inner class. The inner class is the implementation of JDBC RowSet. That's a coding standard. To understand that only your core Java references, inheritances, inner classes, that all concepts are for your understanding your design patterns actually. Catched RowSet CRS, roughly I'm writing that CRS and so on, equal to RSF dot create catched RowSet. Now you created an object for this, you created object for this. Okay, right. Inside this, what I'm doing now, JDBC RowSet. Inside this JRS, JFS, JRS, JFS. Dot set URL. One method is there. Set URL JDBC colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate of local host colon 1521 colon XE. Now we are setting the URL. So pattern is different. RowSet programming pattern is different. Now I created JDBC RowSet. For that RowSet object, I am setting this URL. I am loading that URL there. Your database URL JRS dot set username. Set your username. Username is system. Right. JRS dot set password. Set password, that is manager. We are setting the username, we are setting the password, then execute it. JRS dot execute. Now data retrieved. RETRI. Sorry, 1 minute. Here JRS dot command. JRS dot dot command. One minute. Here, select star from product 45. This is now JRS dot execute. So the pattern is different. We are creating object for JDBC RowSet. We are setting the URL to the object. We are setting the username. We are setting the password. We are setting the command and we are executing. After execution, the data is available. Where it is available means available in the JDBC RowSet object only. The data is available there. So we are displaying the data. Same. While JRS dot next. The same pattern we are using here. System dot out dot println here. RS dot JRS dot get string of 1. JRS dot get string of 2. JRS dot get float of 3. JRS dot get int of 4. Like this. Now catched RowSet also same type of code here. You have to set URL, you have to set username, you have to set password, the same concept. Whenever if you use RowSet, you don't have a concept of statement, prepared statement, callable will not be there. So this execution pattern is different. Here, object name will be changed. Here, select star from, let us take, I had only 2 tables, I think, bank 45. I will take. Right. Okay. So here the object is added with URL. The object is added with username, password. The object is added with one query and executed CRS dot execute, same pattern. Anyway, the object difference there. Now I'll run it whether it is working or not. Right. Let me run this program once. So once let me run it, 1 minute. So which one you want now? JDBC RowSet. It is displaying the product details. Okay, right. Suppose I selected captured RowSet. So this is 4 records available in the bank. Roughly, here the information to you is I am loading the driver, creating object for RowSet factory. So from today, whenever you see this kind of concept, your inner class is there, you must know, because that will help you when you go for Spring and web service. Right? This is one interface and this is one method. So how method is creating object? If anybody asked, then you must say this method internally will have one inner class. The inner class is the implementation of this interface. That implementation class object reference is coming out. That's the point. So the object will hold 5 methods. Among that 5 methods, I am calling one method to create JDBC RowSet. After object creation has been completed, these are all setter methods actually. These are all setter methods. Using this setter method, I am loading the URL, I am loading the username, I am loading the password, I am loading the query also, right? So whenever I use a select query, that because your RowSet will work on select query only. RowSet will work on select query only, no? Because RowSet is an child of result set. Result set is working on select query, no? Right. It holds the data coming out, retrieved data. So we are setting a command and running. Sir, where the data is available? Data is available in the same object only. The data will come and available in the same object. And one more information about RowSet object is RowSet object by default scrollable. RowSet object by default scrollable object. For result set by default non-scrollable. Result set by default non-scrollable. We have to make it as a scrollable. But a row set object is by default scrollable. That point you have to remember it. This is the syntax of writing one row set program. Okay. So program. This is one program, dbcon 17 anyway. At least I'll paste one output there. I'll take 2 and this is row set object. So all of you understood row set? Can you speak about row set in the interview? Right. In the practical coding of JDBC, we use result set only. We never use a row set. Okay, right. Row set for interview purpose, you must know one component extended from your result set. You must know that. Okay, right. So with this object, all JDBC objects we are concluding now. So we make a summary about the objects. Right. Summary objects generated from core Java, summary of objects generated from JDBC. All of you look at 2 minutes, I'll read it. After that, you can write it. Sir, why you're writing summary for core here? What is the reason? The reason is from today, you got eligibility for ORM tools because you know JDBC today, you know core Java today, completed or not completed a secondary, right? But when you come to row set object, the statement is the student will get eligibility for ORM tool. ORM tool means object relation mapping tools in the real time. Example, everybody knows Hibernate with JPA. Hibernate with JPA is a ORM tool. When you come to Spring and Spring JDBC, Spring Data, Spring ORM, these three are there. So you got eligibility to learn Hibernate with JPA, Spring JDBC, Spring ORM, Spring Data. You got eligibility for 4 modules. So whenever you want to do ORM, object relation mapping, loading the object data onto database table. So you should know how many objects has been covered. You must know how many objects has been covered. In core Java, majorly we concentrate on 7 important objects we concentrate. 1, user defined class object means how to declare my own class and how to add the members to that class, variable, method, block, constructor, dot. How to construct our own user defined class and how to create object. Not only user defined class object, string objects, wrapper class objects. Among string objects, you must know string class object, string buffer object, string builder object. Wrapper class objects 8 are there. Anyway, you must know 8 objects. Array objects, array holding, user defined class objects, array holding, wrapper class objects, array holding, string objects, array holding, array objects, and object array. That is a practice. Don't do matrix multiplication at all. That all not available in the real-time market. They are all to crack your examinations actually. So matrix multiplication, formats, that all your examination cracking. To survive in the industry, knowledge different. Right? Whenever you want to survive, your arrays can hold objects. Not only you are learning array objects, collection objects, you know, set objects, list objects, queue objects. You know, 3 types of objects. Map anyway, 4 implementations are there. Enum 1 object. Like this, there are 7 category of objects covered from core. When you come to ORM, they'll show how to load all these objects into database. So from JDBC, I covered a few objects to you, right? One object is the first object. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. That also same and connection is an interface. So driver manager dot get connection. That get connection method internally having one inner class. The inner class is the implementation of connection. That inner class is the implementation of connection. So inner class are playing crucial roles. So connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. That is one inner class is available. Statement stm con dot create statement. Create a statement internally having inner class. Prepared statement ps is equal to con dot prepare statement internally having inner class. That inner class are implementations. So even the fourth one, callable statement cs is equal to con dot prepare call inner class. At least you must know only. Java developer should know. Your normal people, normal like other normal people, you cannot speak it, no, because the concept is available to you. Interlinking of objects available in your core Java already. You can link through references or two classes, one object, inheritance. One class can hold another class, that is inner class. That inner class can be member inner class, instance member inner class, static member inner class, local inner class, anonymous inner class. That anonymous inner class, two types are there. Anonymous inner class as method argument is there. So these many levels available, that all available in the design parts. So in that process, connection object. Connection is an interface. Why I written connection object now? Implemented object. That's the meaning. So you know connection object, you know statement object, you know prepared statement object, you know callable. Among result set, you know two types. One is non-scrollable, one is scrollable. I took RowSet. Under RowSet, I concentrated JDBC RowSet and catched RowSet. Difference you must know. JDBC RowSet, I said no. After retrieving, the connection is still available or connection is active. Catched RowSet automatically disconnected. So I concentrated on these two parts as a coding. All of you observe this now, right? So these points you have to remember it. Read one line under each. Read one line under each for interview. So these are the objects covered up to now. So we not yet covered meta objects. We not covered this meta objects. Now we are entering into metadata objects. We are entering into metadata objects. Among metadata objects, how many are there? Means 4 are there. Database metadata object, parameter metadata object, result set metadata object, row set metadata object. So when we are presenting this, right. The first object created, actually you are in two phases, whether you know or not, I don't know. This is 100% placement batch. One, cracking examination. One, after cracking, nothing but cracking one job is one target. After cracking, surviving for reviving life also one target. Survival also important, no? Survival needs more subject. For cracking, taking important questions and preparing, that is a different issue. So correctly, if you take all important questions and prepare, you can crack it. That only happens in your MSET examinations, no, generally. All your corporate colleges will put some important questions for 6 months. They'll train it, you'll pass the examination. Once the 3 months correct gap came in, they cannot remember single formula from chemistry. That's called reading and cracking. Survival different. Survival is nothing but you have to work it. You have to transform your knowledge for the construction. That is very hard. That is very hard. So there some subject is needed. So there that preparation also very important to you. Statement, prepared statement. So these four objects you can remember always: callable statement object, and to hold the data, to hold retrieved data, the object we are highlighting, that is result set object. That is result set object. Result set object. And we highlighted up to now RowSet object. RowSet object. Now these are the 6 objects to be remembered first. Okay, right. All are interfaces, yes or no? All are interfaces only. All are having implementations through one method. That's the concept. The method will hold inner classes and the objects are coming out. Now comes your metadata. Now comes your metadata. Make it define metadata in JDBC. Metadata means the data holding information about another data is known as metadata. Simply some materials will write data about another data is known as metadata. Just I written orally here. Metadata means the data holding information about another data is known as metadata. According to object-oriented programming, metadata means one object holding information about another object. This is general definition. This is programmatically. As a code writer, one object will hold information about another object. Like this, how many metadata components are available in JDBC? There are 4. Database metadata, parameter metadata, result set metadata, and row set metadata. Like this, 4 components are available to you. Right. First in the diagram, I'll write. See there. In this diagram, if we take database metadata, if we take one database metadata object, database metadata object. This database metadata object will hold information about connection. So what type of database connected? What is the name of the database? What driver used? What version driver used? Like this. About this connection, the information is available in the database metadata. Database metadata object will hold information about connection object. We had one parameter metadata. One more object is parameter metadata. Parameter metadata. This parameter metadata will hold information about prepared statement object. In this prepared statement object, parameter indexes are available. So how many parameters are there? What type of parameter indexes and so on. It will maintain the information about prepared statement object. We had result set metadata. We had one more result set metadata. Result set metadata. result set metadata. Result set metadata. The result set metadata object will hold information about result set object. That's called result set metadata. And one more is row set metadata here. Row set metadata. Row set metadata. This row set metadata will hold information about your row set. Like this, 4 objects are there. Total 6 plus 4, 10 objects will be there. Total 6: connection, statement, prepared statement, callable statement, result set, row set, plus 4 metadata objects. There are 10 objects from JDBC, 7 objects from core Java. Total 17 objects should be under your control. That is your knowledge today. The same way, 10 objects from servlet, 9 objects from JSP, 11 objects from EL. That's the concept. So remaining almost 11 plus 9, 20 plus 10, 30 objects are waiting. So 30 objects are from servlet, JSP and EL. 30 plus 17, 47. So 47 objects must be under your control. Then you are eligible for minimum 1 job in the market. That is core and advanced. Minimum. The market will rate you if you know. I know core advanced means I know 47 objects. That's the meaning actually. Right. Look here. Now look here. I written one line, same statement with the syntax I written. Whatever I was speaking there, I written same thing. See there? Database metadata is an interface. First, you must know it is an interface. Interface means implemented object is coming. The implemented object also coming through one inner class available in one method. The concept, total concept, that only. So database metadata is an interface from java.sql package and which is used to hold information about the connection object. The syntax is con.get metadata. This con.get metadata, I am calling get metadata method from connection object. That get metadata method will create implementation object of database metadata. The database metadata object will hold total information about the connection. The same thing is repeated here. So parameter metadata here is an interface from java.sql package and which is used to hold information about prepared statement object. So from prepared statement object, we are calling one method, that is get parameter metadata. This get parameter metadata will hold internal implementation of parameter metadata. That's a concept. So result set metadata, same process here. Result set metadata is an interface from java.sql package and which is used to hold information about result set object. So rs.get metadata anyway. Now RowSet metadata is also an interface from java.sql package and which is used to hold information about RowSet object. The same. So this is rs.get metadata. Sir, why you are typecasting here? Actually, RowSet has 5 flavors that will not work properly because filtered is there, join is there, web is there, cached is there, and JDBC RowSet is there. It will not work properly. We are using typecasting and doing it out. It's a theory. So 4th one we never use in the code anyway. Okay, right. So here one example program anyway. This example program, I'll type it and add it for your notes today. 100% I'll add today, and don't worry. Right. So the problem with me is nothing but I will be there up to 8 o'clock. Class will be there for me. After this, 4 to 6, 6 to 8. So my class starts morning 7, no, 7 to 8 I'll be teaching. So 6 batches per day generally. I'll be free by 8. So by uploading all 7 notes, it takes 9. So I'll drop my this laptop. I'll bring for you only actually because your environment is disturbing me. So there for me no disturbance. Before I come only, they'll set everything and keep it. Here still they not practice themselves. I think I don't know. So here some environment they are wasting my time. 20-25 minutes they are wasting. I observed that already. So there that issue will not come. 5 minutes will go and start it directly because they only will log in. They only will set it. Just will on the mic and will start it. So they can save my time. In that 15 minutes, I can write one extra program. No, the performance will be degraded. That point still they're not practiced. Hope so. So they have to save my time. If they save my time only, I can deliver more. If not, the classes number of sessions increases. Unexpected and wasting the time for us. That I observed this already. Anyway, I'll add this program there and I'll send it and I'll show that program tomorrow to you. So I'll show that program and I'll type it anyway and I'll show that program. Nothing is that. Just you can also use the syntaxes, sit in the lab and use it. With the support of any lab faculties there, you can try it out. I'll add one program there. So here one stream concept is there. I given the notes on stream to you already. Yes or no now, right? All are attending Varacles. Hope you completed Varacule. How many of you practiced blob and club? How many of you practiced blob and club SQL types? Among your Varacule data types, varchar is there. You must know the difference between varchar to varchar, that all data types are available. In that data types only, your blob and club will be there. You train yourself blob and club through Varacule. Okay, right. So this one small notes I made there anyway. I'll attach these notes. I given that already. I given this information above only for you. When the file storage is there, I given that information. I asked you to train yourself blob and club from your Varacule trainer. If it is not completed, you train from Varacule class once. So there I'll keep an N for this JDBC here. I want to keep an N for JDBC. These are the objects to be remembered. And if possible, if you are interested, practice this diagram. Take one white paper and write the names of how many objects are available. And take one pencil, how the objects are created, syntaxes you must write. Take one pencil, put one arrow and practice. How to create syntax for connection object, syntax for statement, syntax for prepared statement. You must practice that without saying once. And by seeing that paper, you must be in position to explain each component orally, what it is. That only way of preparation, right? So these objects are under your control means you can answer almost 40 to 60% of questions from JDBC you can answer. Okay, right. Now make a sliding. Let us enter into, at least for introduction today, make it servlet programming, star mark IMP. Right. So whatever the typings you are doing with JDBC, you can stop it and don't type it. Don't practice it. Not needed. Because practice is ended. If you don't practice also, don't do now. Not needed because time is over. So put your practice on servlet. Okay, right. With the servlet, JDBC is there. Sir, I not started practical also, don't do it. Not needed. The reason, with the servlet programming, we connecting the database. Understood this point? Don't do normal JDBC practice. Don't do and don't waste the time. Right? Because servlet will dominate JDBC layer. Right? Make a statement. Define servlet program. Define servlet program. right? So servlet program is nothing but one Java program only. Servlet program is nothing but one Java program indirectly. The platform independent, we write the statement like this: the platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment is known as servlet program or server program. So up to now server not available to you. From today server is available. When the server is coming, don't make normal practice. I asked you to stop it out because don't practice JDBC. The JDBC program is a core Java program. So stop core Java. The meaning is nothing but stop core Java. Enter into EE enterprise edition. You are entering where server is available. Without server, if you make a practice also meaningless practice. So because we are all web application developers now, so server is mandatory. Up to now, by conceptual practice has been completed. We reached up to 17 objects practice. In that 17 object practice has been completed with core flavor. Actually, now we are entering into enterprise flavor. In the enterprise flavor, server is available. From today, our program should run under server environment. It has to run. That's the target. Make it the platform independent. The platform independent Java program. The platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment. The platform independent Java program which is executed in server environment is known as servlet program, or you can say server program. You can say servlet program or server program. So servlet program is nothing but one Java program only, but the difference is it will be running in one server. That's all. It will be running in one Tomcat server or WebSphere or JBoss or IAS, any one server based on your company. The the Java program will be running under one server environment. If any Java program running under server environment, that Java program by terminology, we call it as a servlet program or server program. It's a concept. This servlet program will accept HTTP request. It accepts the request only, but the request is what request now? HTTP request means what? In the web browser, address bar will be there. The address bar by default protocol is HTTP. Whatever the request generated from the web browser, that is HTTP request. So who will accept this HTTP request means your servlet program. This servlet program will accept HTTP request from user through web browser. Because of this reason, before the student entering into servlet programming, we ask the student to go to HTML, go to Oracle. Actually, that is a rule. Because then now the data will come from web browser. How you will put the data from web browser? Definitely HTML form input should come. So without HTML form input, you cannot put from the web browser. No, right? Make it second point under this. Servlet program will accept HTTP request. HTTP stands for what now? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Servlet program will accept HTTP request from user through web browser, through web browser, and provides and provides response, provides response. Servlet program will accept HTTP request from user through web browser and provides response, and provides response. Look here. From today means tomorrow first program will come anyway. From today our input is browser input, where our users will be interacting from browser. Now we are writing one servlet program. Of course, servlet program running in server is a different issue, but this is one servlet program. One servlet program. This servlet program will take the request. Request is what request now? HTTP request, like this. Now the servlet program can give response like this. It can give the response directly. It can give the response directly, or it take the support of JSP. It gives response so it can give the response directly, or it can give the response in the form of JSP. Not only meaning of it. So servlet has capability of giving response directly to the user, or it will give the response in the form of JSP. If we are going to practice servlet program where servlet program will respond directly, there we give a practice. But according to MVC, the servlet will respond in the form of JSP, because unit number 3 is JSP. So you must know servlet program will take HTTP request, give the response, but the response may be directly or maybe in the form of JSP. That's the meaning of the diagram. Right. So drawn this, right. See there. What is servlet program? If anybody asked, you must say one Java program running in server environment. We call it as servlet program or server program. What this servlet program will do? The servlet program will accept one HTTP request from user through web browser and provides the response. What will be the response now? Direct response or JSP response. That is the meaning. Right. Can I do remaining tomorrow now? See there. For my satisfaction, I written a definition, right? Because I was pressured to this. Your environmentist, I must come by 1:30, I think, so that half an hour they'll set it me, right? So from tomorrow I'll come by 1:40. I'll come. Okay, right. No other choice to me. I must come by 1:40, and don't write the notes. I'll send the notes to you, and I will not give a time to record it. Listen it, and don't speak it. Okay, right. I'll give a time. I will not give a time to record the notes. I'll send the notes to you. Got it right? Because every application, sometimes 8 to 9 classes I must write. Many programs, many applications, many projects I must write, type it. In the process of typing many project, I will take almost 7 to 8 .java files. I'll write it per day. So I must start the class sharp by 2 p.m. No other choice. If I cannot execute 1 hour 50 minutes, I cannot give a servlet in time. It is not possible, right, for me. So all my classes is advanced Java especially, I'll run 1 hour 50 minutes to 2 hours. I'll run it. If not, I cannot provide a course in time. So tomorrow onwards, I must increase the level and come. No other choice to me. So practice is the last practice of JDBC today. 3 days notes is with me. I'll attach that notes at any cost today. Tomorrow any lab session is there. Finish off that, and tomorrow I'll show Tomcat server installation process, and tomorrow I'll start the servlet API mode. I will start it, and tomorrow theoretical will be there. Practical will not come by tomorrow. So Thursday we'll write our first program. We are planning it out. Okay, right. Thursday, Friday, Saturday will increase the level of practical. Nothing will be there. Easy only. Java program running in server. Nothing is there. So everybody unnecessarily make this servlet program as complicated. Few students are nothing but irregular students, maybe not committed learning, maybe. So that makes a negative mark to us generally. If we come regularly committed with interest, kuch bhi nahi rehta isme. Nothing is there, right? One Java program running in server environment. I'll prove it within 15 days. The servlet will be under your control, right? Thank you very much for today.